I want to introduce Megan Mayer from Quattrobi Lighting, and she will begin the presentation, and then we'll go from there. So welcome, Megan. Thank you so much for doing this. And I know that you've got a presentation for us, and we're very excited to have you as part of the WindowsWear Live.
Thanks so much, John. Yes, we are so excited to present. We have two parts of the presentation today. My name's Megan. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all safe and well. I'm in New York right now. Also, just to mention, if you guys have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to just drop them in the chat, and then we'll get to them at the end of the presentation and answer any questions that you have. Just to introduce Quattrobi, we're a lighting specialist who designs, manufactures, and delivers lighting solutions to all types of commercial spaces, particularly all different kinds of retailers. So I'm just going to go through some of our projects that we've collaborated on just to give you an idea of what kind of retailers that we work with. Here we go. So here you can see this is a high-end boutique. This is just another area of the boutique that we worked on designing the lighting for. Here's a sneaker store. This is the interior of the sneaker store. This is high-end women's apparel. This is a notebooks accessory store that we did the lighting on. This is another sports store and sneaker store. This is a high-end women's fashion store. Casual wear, sporting wear. This is high-end women's fashion. Men's apparel and shoes. Sporting store, sneaker store. Interior furniture store. This is a window display of high-end women's apparel. This is high-end perfumes and soap store. More sporting goods and sneakers. Kiosks. We do kiosks at different malls. Pharmacies. Motor stores. Markets. Food markets. Mattress stores. Wine stores, wineries. High-end linen boutique stores. Hair salons, car dealerships, cafes, coffee shops, supermarkets, another coffee shop. This is a coffee shop at an airport, women's apparel, fashion, men's sporting stores, apparel stores, diners, restaurants, and car dealerships. That was just a brief introduction of some of the projects and different types of retailers that we work with. Thank you so much for watching that. I'm going to pass you to Marina now, and she's going to go through the importance of light in a retail space.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yep. Hello, everyone. My name is Marina. As Megan mentioned already, I will be talking about the importance of the lighting in the retail space. So let me share with you my screen. And so, yes. So let's start from the question, do you actually need to have the store? Because there are so many companies nowadays who build their success on the e-commerce, right? There are amazing examples of the companies like Alibaba, Amazon, who have an amazing turnover. They make amazing money without actually having the store, right? While at the same time, there are some companies like Walmart, for example, the #1 retailer with over 11,000 stores around the world, and who makes turnover of over $500 billion. So do you actually need to have the store, right? If you decide to sell your products in the store, another question, is your store different from any other, or is the store just a container of goods, right? Should your store look in a different way? So if you decide that your store should be different from many other shops, if you pay so much attention to develop the concept design, to make technical drawings, to work on the marketing analysis and many other steps, right? At the end, you understand that the store is a place where you actually deliver the product to a customer. It's a place where you meet your customer, and in the store, there is your client and your product, right? With this idea, we understand that there is a reason why so many brands dedicate a lot of attention to develop new format, to develop something unique and special, and what makes difference between them and many other retailers. So we believe that light is an important part of the design process. When brands design their unique retail format, they pay a lot of attention to the furniture, to the shape of the furniture, to the type of materials that they use, to the colors. Light is another one important part of the atmosphere of the store. Let's take an example. So furniture store, right? What kind of light do they use there? Usually they go with very warm light. Why does it happen? So historically, your home was illuminated by the candles. Then eventually it was illuminated by the halogen lamps, very warm light, okay? 2700 Kelvin, 3000 Kelvin, something that make you feel comfortable. For the same reason, companies that sell furniture, they use very warm light, like 2700 Kelvin or maybe 3000 Kelvin. So when they sell, no matter if it is kitchen, maybe bed, or any kind of other home furniture, maybe some kind of decoration objects. So when you see it in the store, you can actually imagine it as it is inside of your home. So we can see perfect match of warm light with the wood furniture, with the home ambience. So let's try imagine that we take this perfect combination and try to put inside some different kind of product, right? For example, sportive shoe. How does it look to you? Do you see the perfect combination of the product, of the furniture, and of the light? It probably looks that something doesn't work in this situation, right? The sportive shoes cannot be illuminated by the warm light. You would say, yes, we need the cold light. Okay, let's put the cold light, so it perfectly works with the sportive shoes. But still, something is missing in this situation. So we can clearly see that it is the combination of three important players. Your product, obviously, the shop itself, the place where you sell, where you meet your customer, but also the lights that can benefit all and connect all the things together. So how exactly the color temperature works on the product and obviously on the color, right? Because your product is not necessarily the sportive shoe, it can be any other thing. So the warm color temperature, such as 2700 Kelvin or eventually 3000 Kelvin, works very good on the warm colors, right? You can see on this slide the perfect red color, perfect orange, yellow. At the same time, you can see that blue and eventually white they don't look good, right? White looks a little bit yellow, maybe a little bit dirty. So we step to the cold color, right? 4000 Kelvin, the lights that you would usually see in the office even, right? In the space where you need more cold light. You can see that white color looks beautiful. It's very fresh. It looks amazing. Blue is also good, but you definitely lose a lot on the red compared to the warm light. You lose a lot on the red, you lose a lot on the yellow, on the orange. So what is the perfect solution for this kind of product, right? All the products different. We talk about this particular product right now. So we can see that right now we can use 3500 Kelvin with LED, with the new technology. We have this perfect match, perfect balance in between warm and cold light that perfectly works on any color, no matter if it is red, green, or white color. So it's like when your car is broken, right? You go to a mechanic. It's when you are not feeling well, you go to the doctor. It's like when you open the store and you need the light, you should go to the company who specialize in the retail lighting. One of important part of the design process in the lighting, of the design in the lighting concept, is lighting calculation. So this is a specific study that is created, is kind of similar to the renders, right? So when you prepare a render to show to a customer how their store will look after realization, we create false colors renders that help to show how the light will look in the store after the construction. So with this kind of study, you can see not only the quantity of the light, right? This kind of study helps you to not only decide the type of lights that you have to use, it helps you to understand the right quantity of the lighting fixtures. It helps you to understand the distance between lighting fixture and the furniture, the product itself, what is the right power. So nowadays, eventually, if it's with all the problems that we have with environment, it is so much important to understand what is the consumption, how much energy you will use in your store, and how much money eventually you can save by using some particular type of lighting. So this kind of study is very important to make for each specific location to prevent so many different problems that you may have during construction and after. So this is like our short review about the importance of the light in the retail location. If you can have any questions, you can put them on the chat. I cannot see right now if you have any.
Marina, I always have a question, if you mind.
Oh, yeah.
When somebody come to you guys with a project to design, or with a store already designed, or with a space already designed, do they come with the idea of lighting that they want? Or because I don't think that that's something that many people will know about, like warm lighting or like cool lighting or something like that. They might be fine designing a great space, but I don't think necessarily that they will know what kind of lighting. So when they come to you, is it always with an idea of the lighting in mind, or they come to you also so you tell them what is best for what they're gonna sell?
Right. Well, we can work in two kind of directions, right? We can work from the already existing lighting concept and just simply say, give us our suggestion if we see that something is not really work, or maybe it doesn't work in the best way it could. But very often it happened to us to work from the just floor plans without any lighting layouts, and basically put all the things in the right place and make right specification.
So they will trust you guys also to kind of like decide and design like whatever is gonna work for them.
Well, I would not say decide, because it's
okay.
kind of our decision, right? The customer decide what actually they want, because every store is different, right? And every customer has its own perception of their own view on how the store should look, right? Someone prefer to have more comfortable store, someone wants more aggressive. So it's very specific, and it's very, you cannot put all the stores under one line. But
I see.
For every customer, we are trying to dedicate more attention and come out at least with a couple of proposals so they can choose, and eventually we can discuss and maybe come up with another one solution.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
That's a question. Yes. How do you present the proposal? Great question.
May I ask you, what do you mean exactly of presenting, like the type of the file or?
Adele, Forge, if you can clarify a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi. As a business person coming to you, how would you present your ideas to them? I mean, I saw the presentation. Would you like take their actual product, take pictures of it and show them the differences between the lighting? Or do you just strictly do with the floor plan and give them suggestions on what to do?
Right. Well, thank you so much for this question. It's really, this is really important, and I'm very thankful for this question. Actually, so we start obviously from the lighting design file, right? So we receive the floor plans, we make our calculations, so we kind of simulate the actual store, and we show how much light you would have there. But another one important part of the design, if we talk about the design concept, right, when we develop it, it's very important to put the product itself in the actual store. So it's very good to make kind of mock-up and come with the actual sample to the store of the customer and put on their furniture the actual sample. So this is a perfect situation, but it also depends to the customer on how much time they are ready to invest in this.
So then do you work with like a design team?
Yes, sorry. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So we have actually our own design team. We work with many external designers, right, with lighting designers, but we have also our own design team in our company. Thank you.
Hey, Marina, it's John. I've got two questions.
Mm-hmm.
The first question is, you showed that lighting study. I thought that was fascinating with the heat map and the floor plan. Can you talk about like the process of putting that together? How do you actually put it together? And that's my first question. Then I'll go to my second question.
Well, it's kind of technical information. To explain it like in the easy way. So basically it's a kind of 3D modeling programs that we use. In particular, we work with DLux program. We take the files from AutoCAD, so floor plans, we import in the DLux, then we build the actual space in this program. So you have floor, walls, furniture, you put like kind of simulation of the lighting fixture. And then when you put the model of the lighting fixture in the proper position versus the all objects, you create this reflection of the light on the surfaces. So basically false colors, they reflect the way you will see light, the amount of the light on the different surfaces. And that is the actual idea of the lighting calculation. So the customer can see in advance what is the amount of the light in the store, what is the difference in between the light on the, let's say, on the mannequin, on the cash desk, or on the floor, in the window display, on the entrance, and so on. And it helps a lot to prevent so many different problems. It helps to the retailers stand out from the line of the other stores, from their neighbors, because window display, for example, is the face of the store, right? When customers see your window display, kind of decide already if he wants to go inside of your store or not. This is very important, right? If you put a lot of light in your window display, you kind of call your customer to walk in, right? The same thing you can do with the entrance and maybe like with the first part of the store, right? You have to put more attention there so that people say, interesting, what is there? I want to walk inside, right? And then you put as, and I don't know, you may have part of the store with the most interesting products, right? Your new collection, or I don't know, maybe it's sales, something that you want to sell right away. So there are many instruments and ways to show the sales space. And it's not just like, okay, let's have some light. It's some instrument that can help you to sell more or sell something that you are interested to sell.
Got it.
That's basically about lighting study, to understand what is the need of your brand, what is your priority, and how to make experience of your customers being better.
Got it. And then my second question is, I've seen that you guys use this terminology, and I'd just love to know from your perspective what that means. I mean, I have thoughts of what that might mean, but you guys use the terminology of Italian lighting, or like you're an Italian company. It's, can you talk about what that means?
I'm not sure what you mean about Italian lighting, like made in Italy, designed.
Yeah, like from a lighting perspective, like what does that, what context, what information, what insights can we extract from, that?
Well, I don't know. Is it good to say? I mean, Italy is famous for many things, right? For its food, wine, architecture. So,
Shoes.
I mean, there are many things, right? I don't want to say that Italy is the best country. No, for sure, it's not like that. But there are many different things, and Italians, they have some skills, right? They have some taste, and they have a knowledge to manufacture things. So lighting is one of those things that are very well made in Italy, and it's not only the technology, but also the design itself. Obviously, it's important to, as we use only approved suppliers from Europe, from America as well. We have our main supplier for LED, for example, is from California. And we work with approved companies, but Italian product is also the style itself. So our factory is famous for the quality of the product, but also for the customization. So for some companies, even if we manufacture technical lighting, it's still part of the space. We produce a lighting fixture that match with the furniture, maybe in terms of the shape, maybe in terms of the finishing. There are many things you can play with, but the fact is that we manufacture everything in-house, and all the products that you can see on our catalog or maybe in the stores that we supply was made inside of our factory and by the hands or machines.
Yeah, that makes sense. And with Megan's presentation, there's just such a wide range.
Yes.
And you're talking about not only lighting environments but also products. And, I know that we've had these conversations in the past, but, there's a significant difference between lighting a food product versus lighting a fashion product, right? There's a lot of differences that go into that. And
right, exactly. I mean, even like the shape of the product may seem to be the same, like, okay, that's just a track head, right? Or recessed lighting. At the end, what you can put inside can be so much different that you will not see just from the photo itself, but the lighting source can be different. Like, for example, we use different LED for the fashion and for the food, right? It's a Rust show in the Düsseldorf, in Germany. We show this new technology, LED for the food, right? Back to the Future. It's like LED alternative to white sun bulb, which was very famous in the past, metal light bulbs that you could use for any kind of fresh food, right? No matter if it is fruits, fish, or bread or meat, right? So many different colors, red, white, silver, they could illuminate with the same lighting bulb, okay, white sun from the Philips. Right now, there is LED that you can use. It's the same for any kind of food. So you don't have to think, oh, I will have this bread section here, so I should put warm light, or I will have there fruits, okay, let's put this different kind of light there. No, you use the same kind of lighting source that Quattrobi studies specifically for the supermarkets, for the fresh food department, and with the same lighting fixture, you illuminate the entire supermarket. So yeah, this there are many different details that have to be considered when you decide for the lighting in the store. So I see we have one more question from Denise. How do you account for the different?
Yeah, Denise, that's a great question. When working in the US, how do you account for the difference in wiring needs? Do you send installers from Italy, or do you work with local electricians for compliance? Because obviously, that's a very important technical issue.
Right. Well, the thing is that Quattrobi design and manufacture product and deliver to the customer. We do not install products. We are not electrician. We are not installer company. We are not general contractor. So obviously we cooperate with many companies, and in case of need, we can always suggest right company for New York State or any other state, or even Canada. We have partners in Canada, but we do not install lighting fixtures. We have all the right certification. We have UL listing for USA and Canada. We manufacture products we consider all the regulations, but we don't install.
Denise, does that answer your question?
Did I?
Or is there a follow-up?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I was on mute.
Thank you.
Marina, what do you see as a common issue and how do you solve it, right? I'm sure you're going into all these spaces and you might see the same thing over and over and over again. And maybe it doesn't necessarily need a full-blown solution like you showed us, but are there like tips, tricks? Are there things that you commonly see from a lighting perspective that could be solved in creative and unique ways?
Right. Well, the first thing that I have right now in my mind is the communication. It's very important to be always in touch and communicate. When all parts, they talk in between, right? Because in my experience, it happened very often to see that at the end, when we talk about the lighting design, right, we study some solution in the beginning, we make the lighting calculation, we deliver the proper quantity of lighting fixture with the proper characteristic. And then at the end, we figure out that when in the store, when they install the lighting fixture, they mix all the lights. They don't respect the documents that we issue. And because of that, always the store doesn't look in the proper way. So let's imagine we supply different power of lighting fixture because we have lower settings in one part of the store and higher settings on the different part of the store. And we thought of having more light in the window display. And then by mistake or for any reason, they switch all the lights and you have more light, I don't know, in the fitting room and less light in the window display. And it's one of the main issues I see, that the project is not respected at the end. For the rest, I don't know. I don't really, I mean, obviously there happen some kind of issues, but we always try to solve all the situations. And no, I don't think.
Interesting. So a lot of the issues that you see are just done by execution. They were designed in a certain way and they just weren't executed in the way that.
Yes, in the proper way. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, maybe a little expanding Denise's question a little bit. She had mentioned specifically in the US, you're a global company, you showed many different projects. Are there, general differences? Because let's say for one of these global brands, they might have different locations in different parts of the world. You're still working for the same client. It's just that they've got, different projects in different regions. Maybe could you talk about that?
Right, great. That's a great question, actually. So yes, as you know, the company, like headquarter of our company is based in Italy, so factory and the main office is there. Then this company owns different other companies around the world, and beside that, we also have distributing partners and some representative agencies around the world. So for each country, we have different situations, but at the end, all these players, let's say, all these partners, they create the network that helps us to support our main type of the customers, because our main business is retail. All the different kinds, but retail. So we work with many different companies, not matter what kind of product they produce, type of the retail store that they have, they still open everywhere, not only in the United States and Canada, they open in Europe, they open in Japan, they open in Russia, Middle East, United Kingdom, Ireland. So all of them, major part of them, let's say, they pay a lot of attention to the brand books. They want to have the same face everywhere, not only Milano, not only New York. They want to look the same way everywhere. And it means that they will want to have the same furniture, the same walls, the same mannequins. They want to have the same quality of light and the lighting fixture itself, right? So because of that, it's very important to be able to to produce and to deliver your solution to any part of the world. And this situation creates many kind of problem. I would not call it problems, but many things that you have to resolve, starting from certification and ending with even transports and being able to go into the construction site and support the electrician, because very often we figure out that people, they actually don't know how good quality product works sometimes.
Yeah. And, you know, Marina, you started the conversation talking to us about, you know, the evolution of light, and it started off with a candle, right? Like lighting a candle, illuminating an environment with matches, candles, and fire. And, you know, as we know, you know, we're here in New York City, and, you know, Thomas Edison right across the street in New Jersey, you know, created electricity, created the light bulb. And that's ultimately what we're talking about. And, you know, that's been about 140 years-ish about electricity and the light bulb. And if you could just talk a moment about the next phase, because obviously when we all think about lighting and electricity and light bulbs, it's a static fixture. But as you know, with technology, a microchip is going to be built into every fixture, right? So you can actually, like you were showing me a couple months ago about actually with an app changing the lighting, right? And then also collecting data as far as, you know, the wattages and how much light and how much electricity. So I'd love to hear from you as far as the future in regards to collecting data, information about the lighting we use, and also how you see that being applied in the retail environment in the future.
Right. So obviously, lighting source continue to develop, right, to become more efficient, to produce more light, to consume less energy. And obviously, this is the future, especially with the situations that we have. The problems that we have with the environment nowadays. So this is very important aspect. Talking about the data collecting information, this is also very important aspect. This is actually this kind of technology already exists for like couple of years, I would say, and different companies provide with different solutions. We recently present like one of the newest things, one of the newest LED source, LED lighting fixture with LED lighting source that that can be controlled from on the remote and change the color temperature. So let's imagine you are an owner of the chain of the stores. Let's say you have 100 shops in all the parts of the world, and you decide that you want to see some specific color temperature of in your window display in every shop around the world. So in Moscow, in New York, in Los Angeles, and I don't know, Milan, for example. So from your device, from your iPhone, from your computer, you can simply manually, or you can programize it at some time, at some specific time of the day, at some specific day. You can switch in one single click. You can switch from one type of light to the different light, and all this without changing the light. So basically use the same lighting fixture, and you can control this aspect. So this is definitely something very useful. Some retailers are very interested in these kind of solutions, and they pay a lot of attention to this. It's the same as collecting data, so you can collect some information or even connect lighting fixture to the phone and send messages to your customers when they get closer to some product. They can receive, they get close to the one specific lighting fixture. You can send a message on the phone and say, hey, would you like to receive some more information on this product, and so on. So there are many things that commons on the market. Obviously, you have to consider the interest of the customers, I mean retailers, where they are ready to invest money. But yeah, definitely lighting develop and technology has its own impact on the lighting industry.
Yeah. Do you have a sense for which specific industries within retail are adopting that the most, or any particular companies in particular that are? Because look, I think we could all agree that that's the future, and it's just getting there. But who's, do you have any sense of who might be leading that effort in regards to a certain industry of retail, or maybe even a certain companies, or you don't really have a sense for that yet?
I don't know. I don't think I can divide it by like luxury and not luxury retailers.
Okay.
Definitely, because even like maybe if it's eventually, if you don't have luxury product, you have to put your attention, right? You have to attract in some different way. So probably you have to invest in something else to make people be more interested in visiting your store. So maybe huge retailers, definitely huge retailers like Zara or H&M, they should be interested in these kind of technologies, not only high-end retail, luxury retailers.
Yeah, absolutely. I could totally imagine a world in the future where, the lighting automatically adjusts based on, the colors of the products and the materials that are automatically being recognized by the light fixture, as well as understanding the sales, how the interactivity between the customer and that product, as well as, how much of that product are being sold. And I could totally see all that information working together to optimize the exact lighting solution for that particular product, as well as that particular environment. And it's fascinating that, we're at a time right now when our fixtures are being able to, at the very least, collect some of that information.
Just like, John, you point out like the color based on what the customers want to buy, whatever. Just like they say that there's a smell that entices people to buy more. I think it's vanilla, that like people feel. That's what I read this somewhere, that people at a smaller shop, they light up vanilla candles because they entices to like spend money. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lighting where everybody feel more like rich, so we can spend more money.
Yep. Cool. What else? Any other questions? Don't be shy. Any final words from your end? Anyone else from the Quattrobi team that might be on that wanna say hi? But any final thoughts? Megan, Marina?
Well, I can add only, if no one has the questions right now, I can only add that you can always find our contact details on the website, as well as take a more close look on the product range and the type of these projects that we supply. So on the website, you can find our contact details, and if eventually you may have some questions, please feel free to contact anytime. We are always happy to support you on the lighting needs, and even only if you need an advice.
Marina, I do have a kind of like not a question, but like, what is your opinion on that? I feel like I personally love shopping in stores. I'm not much of a shopper online. I need to see how everything fits, and stuff. So when I go to a dressing room, it could completely change my opinion. The lighting, if I like myself in the mirror in the dressing room. And I've noticed that sometimes I'm more enticed to kind of like buy that piece when I feel like, because the shirt is what it is, right? But when I try it on and when there's good lighting and when I like myself there, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels great. And some other places I go and it's dark and moody and like the light is under my head and so much shadow, and I'm like, I don't like that. How important is that with your clients? Is something that you guys pay extra attention?
Right. Well, not only is like the person who works with lighting, also as a customer, because I do love shopping as well. I can tell that I have the same problem very often, unfortunately. Sometimes it's just bad lighting. Sometimes it's the way you see yourself in the fitting room is not the way you will see yourself on the street or at your home, because you will have many different, obviously it's different situation, but also it's different kind of lights that you have there. It's very important to I believe, then it depends to the strategy of the company, right, of the retailer, right? Some companies, they prefer even to show the customer that he is thinner than he is, right? So there are many different tricks that retailers use. They play with light to show you less the way you are, and it's with lighting technology you can also do that. So there is a kind of lighting, like one of the lighting source that we type of the LEDs that we supply is the best of the Cree that you can that shows you all the colors in the best way. So whatever you see in the store under this light, it's the way you will see the same in the same way on the street. It's the way you see it under the daylight.
I see. Wow. Perfect. Anyone else want to add something, Megan or Marina, before they finish?
I don't think I have anything specific to add. That was great, Marina. Thank you so much for all the information. But yeah, LED technology is just moving in a direction. I think everyone is moving in that direction. It's helping the planet, it's saving energy. It's not only helping the planet, but it's not only saving the energy, but it's also saving you money on your energy as well.
That's, yeah, fantastic. And thank you. Go ahead.
So Megan, one last thing. Can we say then like LED lighting is sustainable? Can we say that?
Absolutely.
Okay, good to know.
What we actually, yes, if I may add something. So what we also do for some of the customers of us, even if they don't want to change the space itself, they don't plan to renew the environment in the store. Sometimes they change just the lighting, so that way they can save money. Because with LED technology, the new one that we use right now, okay, you can save Comparing to the metal light or halogen lamps, you can save a lot of money. On the electricity itself, on the maintenance, because like all lighting source you have to replace like every, depends to what kind of technology it is, but you have to replace it at least like every half a year, 1 year, 2 years. So, and LED it works much over than 10 years. So it's an investment, but you can easily start to earn money, let's say in some way, in a year or two.
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, every brand, even before this situation, every brand was looking and ready to be more sustainable in whatever, as much as they can, you know. And I've read somewhere that sustainability is kind of like a long process and a big step, but there's always like small ways to do it, and you can start, you know, by the paper bags that you give at your store instead of plastic, and then changing the lighting, and then the materials that you use to build your store, and so on and so on. So I feel like lighting is something that quickly can affect a lot in a good way. You know, you always gonna need lighting anyway. It's not like it's an extra expense. It's just what kind of lighting you're gonna have. So
Yes.
it's good to know.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for doing this and illuminating us on everything that you guys do. And I think we could all agree, you know, everyone can use better lighting, right? Better lighting certainly enhances everything, the environment, the product, the whole situation. And Megan, you're absolutely right. It's, you know, it's good for the planet. It's good for the pocket in dollar savings, and that's good for everybody. We look forward to seeing you guys again here next week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. and we'll send everyone an email with our lineup. But thank you again, Megan and Marina, for doing this, and we'll see everyone soon. Have a great weekend, everyone, and take care.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.